So we know that all of us have goals we want to accomplish in life. Things actually we'd like to get. Maybe something would be to golf in Hawaii for us golfers out there. Maybe just owning a nice car. Maybe an extra nice car would be a goal we have. A second home. Maybe we want to pay for college or pay for our kids' college. How about just a really nice vacation every year wherever we want to go? Maybe on the horizon we have kids that are getting married or we're getting married. That is not a cheap venture these days. And of course, owning your own home is a real nice benefit. But what we have with all the goals we want out there is that our goals are going to put us into debt. And today's world, it's putting us into a huge financial issue. So most people could be living the lives they've always dreamed of if they understood how debt affects them. What if you could stop overpaying interest on your debt? Would life be any different? See, most of us don't ever think about, do we overpay interest? But guys, when you look at it hard enough, this is actually something you should really consider, on what you're doing. Because really, what if we could take the amount of money we're overpaying and use it to our own benefit? We know we live in a debt-fueled economy. Our average credit card debt is over $16,000. Average mortgage inside the U.S. is over $180,000. Student loans are over $50,000. We absolutely, and that doesn't count automotive, doesn't count anything else we do, but we carry a lot of debt. So let's just look, for my example here, let's look at what we do with a mortgage. Right? A $200,000 loan, 4.5%, 30 years. Our payment is going to be $1,013 a month. Now, after 1 year of paying this, we found that $8,934 went to interest, $3,226 went to principal. So your 4.5% interest rate, 73% of your first year's payment went to interest. Guys, look, I understand that you're going to pay most of the interest up front, and that's what lenders do. But it's irritating when you actually look at it. Even in your second year, 72% of that payment that year went to pay interest. By the time you get 20 years out, you've already paid back $243,000, $43,000 more than you borrowed. Yet, you still owe $97,000. See, to me, that is something we as a population do not understand. And I just want you to have a better education to the debt so you can make better decisions. Once you get 30 years out, you've paid back $365,000 while you borrowed $200,000. So $165,000 went to interest. To me, that is a huge number, and if we could understand how to reduce that number and put that money back in our pocket, it's a benefit to our families. The average household spends 34.5 cents of every dollar to pay interest on their debt. And I can tell you, out of all the years of dealing with financial services, most people have no idea how much they actually spend to service their debt. Why do most people fail to reach their goal of financial freedom? Well, honestly, the problem most of us have in life is that we're generally comfortable enough and certainly busy enough that changing something in our lives is very easy to avoid. And And when it comes to making wise financial decisions, we generally take the easiest path, not always the best path. And that's what we want to change. Shop Financial's goal is to change how you make your decisions. So, guys, how badly do you want to get out of debt? I mean, on a scale of 1 to 5, well, absolutely, I'm a 1. I absolutely want to be debt-free. Or you're a 5 going, I love waking up every morning with this financial stress that we have. And guys, I understand where most of us are. We'd love to be debt-free. How many of you would just like to live a debt-free life? How much different would it be if you wake up tomorrow morning and you go, you know what? I have no debt. So I can kind of determine what I want to do. What are your options? Right? We can make more money. I mean, that's always an option. It's always fun to do. It's always good to do. It's not easy to do. You could refinance again, but that usually puts you into a tougher situation. You pay more over the long term. You could do debt consolidation, but now you take an unsecured loan and secure it to your house. You could make biweekly payments to your mortgage. Guys, that'll certainly reduce your debt, but is it as effective as it could be? So what do we do to fix the problem? Well, the good news is it's certainly not too late to take a different course, and I don't care where you are. You're in your 20s, you're in your 70s, you still have debt, there's a new course. And it's with a program called Debt Shredder. And it's the only financial GPS that you can have available. And guys, think about this. We use a GPS to get us places so we don't have to think, we don't have to use a map, we don't have to do any of that. We just listen to a voice. How would you like to use the same process with money? What a big difference. Especially a program that has no incentive, right, on the direction it gives you. But Debt Shredder has the answer. The smart way to save money, reduce your debt, build cash reserves, and accumulate wealth. So Debt Shredder is really, it's an online web-based money management and debt elimination system. It employs proven banking strategies and complex algorithms. It's the only interactive system in the market today. The program has a unique ability to adjust in real time. As your situations change, so does the program. Right? So it looks, if you get downsized, it'll adjust. If your income goes up, it will adjust. It actually works in real time. And the display is very easy to work, and it's user-friendly. So one of the best things about Debt Shredder is the dashboard. It'll tell you how much time till you pay off your debt. It tells you the interest you save if you follow the instructions. It tells you how much interest is remaining. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do each week. But here's, to me, what's unique and helped me tremendously is that if I'm looking at making a purchase on something, heck, if I'm just looking to go out to eat once or twice a week, if I change what I do short term, how much quicker can I get out of debt? Listen, if I'm going to go buy a car, I would love to see how that affects my net worth long term. Because most of us go, can we afford it now? Can I make the payments? With no thought of what it's going to do to me. To me, I'd rather make an informed financial decision as to I'm going to go with a gut feeling. Let me give you an example of what it actually does for a client. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see someone that has 5 total debts: mortgage, car loans, student loans, 2 credit cards, $192,695 of debt. Over the next 30 years, they pay back $362,100. $174 to use that $192. Debt Shredder will take that same, they take this same exact scenario, and we will have these people done in 7.3 years. And we will save them $128,000 in interest payments. So guys, the question, and it's real money, it's money in your pocket. The question is, whose pocket do you want that money to go to? And you have a choice. You can have that $128,000 go to your lender, or you can have that $128,000 go to your own pocket. And guys, there's no trick to what we do, no trick to what the program does. It just does all the math for you. With little to no alteration to your current standard of living, without refinancing an existing mortgage, without debt consolidation, you're going to let the software direct you to zero debt in the shortest possible time. Now guys, do you have to follow the instructions? You do not have to follow them. What's nice about it is the dashboard will tell you, if you don't follow them, how it affects you. There are 4 main strategies that Debt Shredder follows. One is interest cancellation. So it makes it possible to pay back a fraction of the interest that you normally owed. Again, no trick to it, but you can do this intelligently and get through it much quicker without changing your lifestyle. Strategic payoff analyzes your situation and determines the best path for you. Time value of money. Guys, money that you have in your hands, the sooner you have it in your hands, it is worth more at that point than it will be in the future. And of course, the Debt Shredder software coaching and education system is huge. So what is the software telling us? It tells you how much money to move. It tells you the exact dollar amount to move. It tells you when to move it, because guys, when you actually make payments also has a determining factor of long-term interest. And by the way, Debt Shredder will never make you late for a payment. You do have to have discretionary income for it to work, but it'll tell you exactly what to do every time you have a payment. When to move it, so the exact date. It tells you from what account to what account. Normally it's savings and checking accounts. And while it consistently adjusts to your real world situations, as your issues change, so will Debt Shredder, to help you find the quickest mathematical solution to zero debt. That is the goal of the program. Now, it doesn't just stop with getting you out of debt. It helps demonstrate the earning potential of the money you saved by paying down your debt faster. Meaning, if you're done in 8 years and you continue to make that same payment into an investment, heck, let's just go to the bank and get 1%, it'll show you what that money will turn into. And guys, we would rather have you have that money in your pocket as opposed to a lender. They do very well to start. And the free analysis we do will share both of those things. It'll show you how to get out of debt sooner and what the money could turn into. How quickly you could pay down your debt and the earning potential of those savings. Guys, here's my recommendation. My recommendation is talk to the person that invited you to this call. Have them do a free analysis for you. It doesn't cost you a thing to see what Debt Shredder could do. It'll show you how quickly you could be done with your payments. Matter of fact, I'll give you one more example and then we'll finish up the call. I had a husband and wife this morning. They had 13 different debts and they had a huge amount of debt. they had some discretionary income, Debt Shredder will save them $373,000, but it'll cut their time, they'll cut 2/3 of their payment time off. And that money invested turns into a significant number. And it shows them the whole thing, right? It shows them everything you can do. So get the information, your debt information, and the person that invited you will tell you what they need. They'll run a free analysis. Take a look at it, because eliminating debt, guys, is really just the beginning of what Shop Financial wants to accomplish for you. We want better control. You want better control over what your money can do for you so you can live a life you deserve. Guys, I appreciate you being on the call tonight. Please get some information to the person that invited you, and we will get the analysis taken care of and explain how it works. Thanks for spending your Monday night with us. Talk to you soon, guys.